The law of attraction, in the end, is the perfectly honest mirror of consciousness and energy. Those who understand it become creators, attracting opportunity, synchronicity, and abundance. Those who ignore it remain trapped in familiar spirals, repeating old scripts. The choice belongs to you. Continue broadcasting unconscious signals, or awaken and become the magnet that draws in the reality you deserve. If the law of attraction works like a magnet, then emotions are the current that makes that magnet powerful. Thoughts may plant the seeds, but it is emotions that make those seeds sprout and spread. A dry thought remains stuck in the mind, but once ignited with emotion, it instantly becomes a vibrational signal transmitted across the universe. That is why emotions are not merely fleeting states. They are the fuel that sustains the entire field of personal energy. Observe life, and you will see this principle in motion. When you walk into a room where everyone is anxious, you immediately feel the heavy atmosphere, even if no one says a word. Conversely, when you enter a place filled with laughter, you easily sense the joy radiating and notice your own mood shifting. This is clear evidence of the power of emotion. It broadcasts constantly, influencing not only yourself but also the entire environment around you. The problem is that most of us have never learned how to manage emotions. We are taught knowledge and skills, but rarely are we taught that emotions are the kind of energy that determines the quality of life. Those who cultivate worry as a habit emit signals of worry, and the universe will return more circumstances that reinforce that worry. Those who live in anger send out angry energy, and their world gradually becomes a mirror reflecting hatred. By contrast, those who maintain peace and gratitude are like lanterns emitting light that draws in good opportunities and people. There is an immutable principle. The more intense the emotion, the stronger the pull. A weak wish, unaccompanied by emotion, is nothing more than a faint whisper in the desert. But when desire is paired with surging, emotion-burning belief, radiant joy, profound gratitude, it becomes a resonant voice echoing across the energetic field, making it impossible for the universe not to respond. This is why in every tradition of success, from Eastern sages to Western thinkers, emphasis has always been placed on the role of emotion in manifesting reality. Consider the journey of an artist. A piece of music is not written only with notes, but with the emotion infused into each melody. The listener does not merely hear with ears, but also feels with the heart, for they receive the emotional vibration of the creator. Likewise, a successful entrepreneur succeeds not only because of rational calculations, but also because they convey emotions of trust, passion, and aspiration in their project, drawing others in. This proves that emotion, more than words or ideas, is the energy that transmits and unlocks synchronicity. What matters is not whether you have emotions, everyone does. The crucial point is which emotions you allow to become dominant. Those who live in the energy field of gratitude, optimism, and trust emit signals vastly different from those who live in resentment, pessimism, and doubt. These two people may face the same situation, yet one sees opportunity while the other sees only obstacles. One continues to attract solutions, the other continues to attract problems. So how can emotions become positive fuel for the magnetic field? First, recognition is required. Many people do not realize that most of their time is spent immersed in negative emotions, vague worry, lingering irritation, prolonged dissatisfaction. Only when you pause and observe do you clearly see, what kind of energy am I carrying, and what will that energy attract? The next step is replacement. Emotions cannot be suppressed. They can only be transformed. If you are anxious, replace it with a small action that creates a sense of control. If you are angry, find a healthy outlet to restore peace. If you are fearful, cultivate positive imagery to create a sense of trust. In doing so, you stop letting negative emotions serve as fuel for your energy field and instead deliberately replace them with the fuel you desire. Finally, it is necessary to practice nurturing profound positive emotions. Gratitude is the foundation, for when you are grateful, you send out the signal that you are already abundant. And when you broadcast abundance, the universe responds with prosperity. Steadfast belief is the catalyst, for when you believe, you transmit the signal that what you desire is drawing near. Joy is the accelerator, for when you truly rejoice in the present, you open a magnetic field that draws more joyful experiences. This does not mean you must eliminate negative emotions entirely. They have their own value. Sadness reminds you of loss. Anger reveals something that needs to change. But allowing them to become permanent states is dangerous. Like electricity running constantly through a magnet, they will keep attracting matching experiences, making life increasingly stagnant. You may listen to the message of negative emotions, but afterward you must let them go, choosing better fuel instead. When you begin living with awareness of emotions, you will realize an important truth. You are not controlled by emotions. You can choose which emotions to nurture. This is ultimate freedom. You may be in adversity, but if you choose to maintain gratitude, you are sending a very different signal, and that signal will pull you out of adversity. You may not have reached your goal yet, but if you nurture joy as if the goal were already real, you are accelerating the process of manifestation. Many search for secret formulas of success, while the secret has always been in plain sight. Emotion is the fuel. A thought without emotion is like a spark without oxygen. It dies instantly. But a thought charged with strong emotion will ignite, spread, and attract. The universe always reflects faithfully the level of energy. Look back at your day. How many hours did you live in gratitude, faith, and delight? How many hours did you allow worry and irritation to dominate? The answer is the picture you will harvest in the coming month, the coming year. Life betrays no one. It only returns the fuel you have chosen. Emotions, therefore, are not merely instinctive reactions. They are creative tools, the current powering the magnet of the law of attraction. Those who use emotions as positive fuel attract abundant experiences, good relationships, and aligned opportunities. Those who surrender to negative emotions continue to attract limitation, disappointment, and stagnation. This law does not play favorites and allows no exceptions. You are the broadcasting station, and emotions are the current running through it. Choose the current that will define your magnetic field, for from that choice, you will see the quality of your entire life. Thought is the root of every experience. Each thought that arises in your mind does not vanish in silence. It generates a vibration, sends out a message, and leaves an imprint on your personal energy field. If emotion is the fuel, then thought is the circuitry that directs the flow of energy in the right direction. A clear thought can open a new door, while a negative one can halt your steps before you even begin. And like every resource, thought obeys a law. Positivity produces an energy field that uplifts, while negativity creates a magnetic field that restrains. What is worth noting is that human thought rarely stands still. The mind functions like a rushing river, each passing second flooding with countless ideas. Yet within this vast stream, there are always main currents, the beliefs and repeated thought patterns of daily life. These are what determine the quality of the entire energy field you emit. You may occasionally think positively, but if the main current is still worry and doubt, the signal the universe receives is still negative. Among the negative thought patterns with the most destructive power, three fundamental fears stand out: fear of the future, fear of rejection, and fear of failure. Together they form a triangle of fear, trapping consciousness and distorting the energy field.